U.S. Army Sergeant Elizabeth Marks, knows she is lucky to be alive, let alone taking part in her first Paralympic Games in Rio. The 25-year-old was injured in Iraq in 2010 while serving as a medic, suffering serious hip injuries, but recovered to become a successful paraswimmer, bidding for the chance for Paralympic success. Just when she thought the worst was over, she traveled to represent her country at the 2014 Invictus Games in Britain, but suffered respiratory illness which left her on life support for 2 weeks. She recovered, and after winning gold at the Invictus Games in the United States earlier this year, presented Prince Harry with her medal to give to the medical staff at Papworth Hospital who had saved her life. She goes into the 100 meters breaststroke in the SB7 category, as the world leader and favorite for gold. With 10 Paralympic gold medals already, the Brazilian crowds will be cheering on Daniel Dias to more success in his home games. Inspired by the achievements of compatriot Clodoaldo Silva, at the Athens Paralympics in 2004, he made his international debut 2 years later, starting a run of success. Born with a congenital limb deficiency, he won 4 golds on his Paralympic debut at Beijing 2008. At the age of 20 went to better in London, dominating all of his events in the S5 category, and setting 4 world records in the process. He was the swimmer of the meeting at last year's World Championships in Glasgow, winning 7 golds. There is seemingly little that his rivals, including Britain's Andrew Mullen, can do to stop him adding to his successes. The man known as Blade Jumper will not take part in his main event until the final day of the athletics program on Saturday, the 17th of September, but it should be worth the wait. The 28-year-old jumped 8.40 meters to win gold at the IPC Athletics World Championships in Doha last year, a distance which would have beaten Briton Greg Rutherford's winning jump at the 2012 London Olympics by 9 centimeters. He had hoped to compete at the Rio Olympics, but failed to prove his prosthetic leg did not give him an unfair advantage. However, Rem still hopes to compete against his able-bodied rivals at next year's World Championships in London. He will also attempt to guide Germany to a medal in the 4x100 meters relay, for amputee athletes, an event where they beat USA to gold at the Worlds. Melissa Tapper created history earlier this year, when she became the first Australian to qualify for both the Rio Olympics and Paralympics. The 26-year-old from Victoria lost in the preliminary round of the singles, while Australia were beaten by North Korea in the first round of the team competition, but that experience should have prepared Tapper well. Ranked 4th in the world in her Class 10 event, Tapper, who was born with nerve damage to her right shoulder, will be hoping to claim her first Paralympic medal. She failed to win a medal on her Paralympic debut in London 4 years ago, but claimed team bronze at the 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. While other 74-year-olds are thinking about an easier life, Kosmala is competing at her 12th Paralympics in Rio. Kosmala, who made her Paralympic debut in 1972 in Heidelberg as a swimmer, won her first gold medal in shooting in Toronto 4 years later, and has gone on to win another 8. She vowed to retire after missing out on a medal at London 2012, but the grandmother from Adelaide, whose husband Stan has also competed for Australia at the Paralympics, found it too tough to put away her rifle, and will be the oldest competitor in Rio. As well as personal glory, a medal for Kosmala in Brazil would be a fitting tribute to her former teammate Ashley Adams, a 5-time Paralympian, who died from injuries sustained in a quad bike accident in 2015.